Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Flushed out right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Rosen on 1st and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there as they move the chains. On first down, it's Rosen. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Everson Griffin in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early 2nd and long. Now Rosen. Smith catches left side. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, 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 gun.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Here we go, huh? Rhino, Rhino! 43's the mic. 43's the mic. Wait, the hot, hot!
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. if you have to successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage.
Rhino!
On second down, Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Cousins. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now Rosen on 1st down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Right, now,
defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So
and down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Rosen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Needed 13, they got 14 on 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. That is caught inside the 5. 23 yards on the play. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
They go play action here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal.
Orange, orange! Hey, orange, orange!
Shotgun snap for Keenum. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Traquan Smith hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
We got three, fellas, we got three. The hut, 180. Ringo. Check, 40. Where's the hut?
Now a play fake here on first down. And I think the ball's out. And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Following the fumble recovery, Keenum looking left sideline, incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Roger.
On 2nd and 10, Keenum. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down.
Let's go. Down.
Throwing on first down is Keenum. And a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
22. Hey, orange.
Keenum to throw again. He's got Smith here. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a first down. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Traquan Smith with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Play action now. Cousins sliding out of the pocket. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. An extra DB added here for the Cards on 3rd.
Blitzer play coverage.
Gun.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. Here's Brad Nordman now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. So out now come the Cardinals. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Keenum. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. He was over 100 receiving last week. He's over 100 now this week, as he's got a first down as well. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
Keenum now to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football, because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
To throw, it's Keenum. And unsuccessful there, trying to dump it underneath. That'll bring up 3rd down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it.
We got four. We got four. Leopard! Leopard! Watch twist! Detroit!
On third down, Rosen. Escaping the pressure right. And that's caught by Smith. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go. Single, slop. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
Second down, Cousins. Going deep for Diggs. And that's caught inside the 30. And give him a gain of 37.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. Cook stripped, the ball's out. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. And this is recovered by the Cardinals. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Wide.
Cousins now after the fumble recovery. He'll buy some time right. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner. And usually he's able to use his body and catch the football. But a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
On 3rd down, Cousins. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And his kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Rosen will throw. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got a man, complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Here's Rosen. Airing it out deep for Smith. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Rosen again on second and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing again, it's Rosen. He's going to air one out. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. A give. This is Cook. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They just do get the play off. Now Cousins. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Cousins. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Collins. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from the desert after this.
Zebra. Everyone's got 4 down.
Cousins now from the 50. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Hey. 180. Gun. Yellow. Black.
Now Now a second down throw for Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Partner, was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
The Vikings on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8.
4 down, check, 4 down. Where's your hot? Where's that?
From the gun, here's Cousins. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet, they're going to go for it on 4th.
First. Got 4 down. Hey, Steamer. Where's your hot? Where's that?
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And that is going to be incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it no matter the sport. They say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory. But that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Sheldon Richardson continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Rosen. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. From midfield now, here's Rosen. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And now running right through him. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now, let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So we reach halftime here in Glen. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Robert Kimdichie. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
We're going. Let's go.
Throwing his Cousins. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
Third and long for Cousins. Over the middle, complete. That's Collins. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to fourth down. Here's Brad Nordman now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Second and 10, it's Rosen again. Flush to his right. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. And a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. It's first and 10 from the 12.
Hey, flipper. Rhino.
Here's Cousins. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Cousins. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Steps away to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
And his kick is indeed good. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Over the middle to Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. To throw is Rosen. Flushed out right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Rosen to throw on 3rd down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
From the red zone now, here's Rosen on first down. Buying time to his left. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Following the interception, Cousins. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. Well, so they just got the football on an interception. They almost gave it right back the same way.
And, you know, when you look over to the bench after that type of a play, number one is pure relief. Didn't give it up. But it's not the coach you're worried about yelling at you. It's those guys on defense who just intercepted the pass who want to break over there. Hey, take care of the football, man.
And complete right side to Cook. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Hey, Steamer. Hey, Flicker.
Second down, Cousins. That's complete. It's Collins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Here we go,
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Spurs. Rhino! Zebra!
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Spurs! Rhino!
On 3rd down, Cousins. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here's Brad Nortman now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56.
On first down, it's Rosen. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Rosen on 1st and 10. He's going to air one out. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
There's several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the 4th. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9.
All right, now, look at 56. Look it.
Throwing again, it's Rosen. The throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Rosen on 1st down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Spurs! Hey, Clipper! 43's the mic. We're going. Let's go. Where's the hot?
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Well, I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense, and they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Daniil Hunter in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Hot!
3rd and long here for Rosen. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. Now the Vikings now heading onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Here we go.
Now a first carry for their fullback. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Gun. Yellow, yellow. It's in there. Yellow, yellow. Yellow, yellow.
Working out of the gun. Cousins going up top. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Cousins finding Diggs on a big one. 49 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Cook. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
They'll try to run it in with Murray. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
4 down. Move. Rhino. Hey, Mike 20.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. And down he'll go at the 25. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. On second down, Rosen. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Detroit!
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Now a desperation throw deep. It's caught inside the 25. A huge play there for Arizona. And even 40 yards.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
No. Check. Patriot! Black 99 Philly, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. This is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Christian Kirk hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals have taken the lead here in the fourth. Extra point splits the uprights. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails. Over the end line. They start the drive with Cook. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Two. Four down.
He's back to throw. The left side caught by Diggs. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Move. Where's the hot? Ringo.
On 1st down, Murray fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Spurs.
They'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Collins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
Lucky 50. 300. Under press. Go ahead. 43. Go. Move. We're going. Let's go. Liz, 50. Here we go. Hey, get him. Where's the hunt?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Hey, 4 down. Rhino.
Back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Give him 7 on the play, and it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick here is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside, or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. Here's Rosen. Oh, it's caught on the right side of Smith. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're march off another 15 against your squad.
And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This from long, very long range. And he missed it. It's no good. And that changes everything here in OT. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And now out comes Minnesota, set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. Not easy being a rookie left tackle in this league, and there they got him for the penalty.
Not easy at all. Think about what you're dealing with every game you play. Ostensibly, the best pass rusher is over you on every snap. I'd be a little jumpy myself.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
You got 4. You got 4. Ringo. Check. Crunch. Rhino.
They go play action here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Marcus Golden in there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
4 down. Check. Rhino.
Here's Cousins. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Collins. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Probably thinking they got to be careful not to force anything here in overtime. This is 3rd and a mile right now.
4 down.
Cousins now. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A huge play there in overtime. 48 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
4 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
They go play action. Cousins. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Cousins. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Vikings. Now, partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Minnesota, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, it's a rare misstep as they'll drop to 11-2 on the year. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.